Daniel Ricciardo's comeback in Mexico was remarkable. After a tough weekend in Austin, he regained top form. During qualifying, he surprised everyone by finishing 4th in Q3 and even challenged for pole position in Q2. This exceptional performance outshone Yuki Tsunoda's previous accomplishments for AlphaTauri. So let's get into more details in this video. Well, what made this even more significant was that Ricciardo outperformed Red Bull's Sergio Perez during the challenging home Grand Prix qualifying. The pressure on Perez to keep his seat as Max Verstappen's teammate intensified. This event marked a turning point for AlphaTauri and raised questions about Red Bull's driver lineup. A breakthrough for AlphaTauri and Ricciardo's confidence. AlphaTauri has been making steady progress throughout the 2023 season, and the upgrades introduced since Singapore have yielded positive results. The drivers, including Liam Lawson, Yuki Tsunoda, and now Daniel Ricciardo, have consistently executed strong performances, causing concerns for teams like Alfa Romeo and Williams. Also, AlphaTauri's strong showing in Mexico highlighted their genuine pace, particularly on the track with low-speed corners and high altitudes in Mexico City. This performance is significant in the context of the competitive environment at Red Bull. Daniel Ricciardo, who secured the 4th position in qualifying, was elated with the result. He dismissed any notion of luck, stating it wasn't a fluke. He credited his great feeling in the car, support from Yuki in earlier sessions, and their true pace during Q3. Ricciardo clarified that their performance was backed by genuine speed and ability. Returning to Formula One after a turbulent weekend in Austin, Ricciardo brought a newfound determination. He felt a strong desire to get back behind the wheel and was thrilled with the opportunity. He acknowledged the chip on his shoulder, channeled his excitement and hunger into his performance, and felt confident in the car. He highlighted his readiness to fight and ability to use the car effectively. A remarkable comeback in what it means for Red Bull. When in Mexico, Daniel Ricciardo showcased a remarkable comeback. He resembled the driver Red Bull had placed in the AlphaTauri race seat mid-season. This decision saved him from a potentially premature exit from McLaren and appointed him as a 3rd driver for 2023. While the 2024 driver lineup for Red Bull is theoretically defined, the team has been known to make surprising driver changes. Helmut Marko, a key figure at Red Bull, acknowledged Ricciardo's exceptional performance, emphasizing that he extracted everything from the car. Ricciardo's return to Formula One was met with skepticism by some, with doubts about whether he could still compete at the highest level. Christian Horner and Helmut Marko believed in his potential, considering the valuable experience he had gained during his previous years at Red Bull. The failure of Nick Dev to capitalize on his opportunity with AlphaTauri opened the door for Ricciardo's return. Ricciardo's preparation for his return was limited, with only a couple of low-key outings in Hungary and Belgium before a practice crash in Zandvoort resulted in a hand injury, causing him to miss 5 races. This hiatus allowed Liam Lawson to showcase his capabilities and vie for a potential F1 seat. Ricciardo finally returned to Austin, admitting to feeling rusty, but he performed credibly despite finishing 17th and last in the race. Ricciardo's outstanding performance in Mexico, just a week after his return, included securing the 4th position in qualifying ahead of Red Bull's Sergio Perez. This transformed the perception of his true potential, marking him as a serious contender for a potential return to Red Bull in the future. He expressed his happiness at being so high up the grid and acknowledged that it had been a while since he had been in such a competitive position. The gap between his qualifying position and the front runners was particularly satisfying, as it wasn't a massive difference. Ricciardo's confidence in the car and the setup he had been working on was evident, as he believed their performance was not a fluke. Ricciardo's satisfaction in gaining confidence. What gave Ricciardo the most satisfaction was the close margin to the established frontrunners in the qualifying session. While securing the 4th position was impressive, he noted that the gap to the pole position was only 2/10 of a second, highlighting the competitiveness of the field. Ricciardo's confidence stemmed from the belief that their strong pace was not an anomaly, and he felt that the car could achieve a top 6 or top 7 finish. His confidence in the car had grown, and he believed that the setup changes made since his return were in the right direction. Ricciardo attributed his newfound confidence to developing a setup that suited his driving style, combined with the upgrades to the car. He had recognized the potential in the package even before his enforced break and started refining the setup to better align with his preferences. The car had undergone a series of upgrades that appeared to work well, and the pieces had come together. Last season, confidence was a recurring topic of discussion as Ricciardo attempted to explain his struggles. He had to delve into the intricacies of his driving style and what he required from the car. Now he seemed to have hit the sweet spot with the AT4, feeling more comfortable and confident behind the wheel. What do you think of the big news for Ricciardo? Comment below and subscribe for more.